Welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Stefan and Theresa's hot allurement proposition for employment prompts new darlings? Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers uncover that Stefan Theresa, Brandon Barish, could be enticed to deceive Gabby Hernandez Theresa, last played by Camille Ibanez, indeed. DOOL fans can't fail to remember that Stefan jumped in bed with Ava Vitali, Tamara Braun, and transformed their phony issue into a genuine hookup. Since mysteries seldom stay covered in Salem, it's inevitable until Gabby figures out Stefan laid down with Ava. That was only a one-time bargain that Stefan could get by with in the event that he is sorry hard enough. However, imagine a scenario where Stefan is enticed by one more beautiful supervisor at the bistro. It could happen now that Stefan is set to offer Theresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, the work. Theresa has been searching for another profession way, and now that Ava is done working in the administration position at the bistro, Stefan could utilize a substitution. That is the reason Days spoilers affirm Stefan will stretch out this bid for employment to Theresa during the 7-day stretch of May 27th to 31st. Stefan will make an alluring pitch and could contend that Theresa is the ideal fit since she as of now visits the cafe. Theresa enjoys the food and could have a few smart thoughts about how to help their business too. There must be a justification for why Days journalists are driving Theresa and Stefan into a storyline together. It could bring the chance of additional enticement and make it happen on some marriage show for Stefan once Gabby escapes jail. Gabby could excuse Stefan for going behind her back with Ava, yet will she pardon him for possibly going behind her back with Theresa, as well? Theresa is ready to figure out Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, is as yet investing energy in Kristen Demers, Stacey Hayduke, bed, so she could without much of a stretch fight back via arriving in Stefan's bed straightaway. Of course, perhaps this new game plan at the bistro is more about what's descending the line. Maybe after Stefan's marriage explodes over Ava and Theresa's relationship is destroyed over the Wolfoni show, they can meet up as another couple. It's worth focusing on that Emily O'Brien used to play Gwen Rizek, who was once wild about Jake Theresa, Brandon Barish. It'd be fascinating to see Barish and O'Brien play another on-screen sentiment highlighting different characters this time around. Obviously, it's absolutely impossible that Gabby and Stefan will remain separated endlessly. Days went to the difficulty of re-evaluating Gabby with Sherry Jimenez, who'll show up toward June's end. In view of our expectations, Steph and Gabby actually have a splendid future ahead, however they might need to conquer a few significant snags before they return to their joyfully ever later. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Theresa and Stefan could get an opportunity together. Meanwhile, will Bonnie totally expose Theresa's confidential or turned into a stunning partner? Eric Ole at last gets their joyfully ever later Nicole recast coming? Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers uncover that Judy Evans will at last get back into the game as the adorable and consistently comical Bonnie Kyriakis. DOOL fans can expect Bonnie to make her return in the May 28th episode, so that is certainly something to anticipate. Obviously, you may be interested what Bonnie will rehash once she's at last on screen. Bonnie has a talent for arriving in precarious circumstances, so she might land in another soon. Days watchers know Alex Kyriakis, Robert Scott Wilson, as of late asked Theresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien, to move in the Kyriakis house. Theresa dropped a few clues and scored a greeting, so presently she'll be inhabiting the K Manor alongside Alex. That carries us to a few new Days spoilers, including Theresa and Bonnie. It turns out Bonnie will completely uphold Theresa scoring a slice of the Kyriakis pie, so what's the significance here precisely? Bonnie genuinely loves Justin Kyriakis, Wally Kurth, yet she absolutely wouldn't fret life at the manor or the costly gifts Justin no question gives her. Being sincerely engaged with a rich Kyriakis has a lot of advantages, so Bonnie may guarantee Theresa that she ought to make the most of them and not feel any disgrace about it. That could really facilitate Theresa's culpability to some degree, yet Bonnie will not have the entire story, basically not yet. Theresa and Konstantin Meliunis, John Capellos, conspired to cause Alex to accept he was Victor Kyriakis, John Aniston, tragically missing beneficiary, so Alex got his hands on portion of Victor's fortune thus. Theresa is wanting to secure Alex as a spouse and ensure she's set forever, particularly since Constantine is breathing down her neck to get that going. Be that as it may, Theresa and Constantine's arrangement cost Justin a ton since he was crushed over Alex's counterfeit paternity news. Bonnie has seen that pulverization direct, so that means a lot to remember. Now that Days is dropping Bonnie into the storyline, might she at some point be the one to totally expose Theresa's confidential? It's not difficult to envision Bonnie uncovering reality, assuming she becomes conscious of it for the most part, so she can facilitate Justin's aggravation and re-establish his dad-child relationship with Alex. Then again, Bonnie is a sad heartfelt, so imagine a scenario in which Theresa persuades her that she truly cherishes Alex and that she started off a plot she can't reclaim. Theresa could ask Bonnie to keep her mouth shut and safeguard her opportunity at satisfaction with Alex, particularly since Alex is utilized to his new relationship with Justin and loves the way of life that Victor's cash has given him. Maybe Theresa will behave like everything worked out eventually and beg Bonnie to simply let this ride. Is that something Bonnie might want to do under the right conditions? Our expectations hint that Bonnie could have an important choice to make eventually, so stay with us for refreshes on what she'll at last decide to do. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Theresa's destiny could rest in Bonnie's grasp. Days of Our Lives, DOOL, spoilers propose a few significant sensations not too far off as reality with regards to child Jude is gradually leaking out. While E.J. Demara's, Dan Feuereagle, objective is to raise the child as his all-own Eric from rejoining, an excessive number of individuals know that Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, is the kid's dad. Eric will ultimately get there cheerfully ever later. In any case, with Ariane Zucker, Nicole Demara, leaving the material in late July, it's hard not to estimate that the super couple's romantic tale will be fleeting. Might there be a re-evaluated of this person not too far off? Days of Our Lives spoilers. Ariane Zucker's Leave storyline. Days spoilers don't offer a lot about how entertainer Ariane Zucker will leave the material. As she sent off an unjust excusal suit against the cleanser, the possibility of her repeating the Nicole Demara character at any point in the near future appears to be dreary. Furthermore, regardless of whether anything were to end up switching the choice of her leaving the show, as the cleanser films such a long ways ahead of time, there's little opportunity that Ariane will be found in the daytime dramatization storylines after July. It's hard not to feel that Nicole will be killed off. All things considered, Ashley Puzimis, Holly Jonas, Nicole's girl, keeps on recording scenes on the show, and as she's a teen, it's hard for any fan to accept that Nicole would forsake her young girl by leaving town, even after she's been brought together with Jude. Days spoilers. Fans merit a decent Eric gathering. DOOL spoilers note that the clock is ticking for a strong Eric gathering. While things can change quick in the place that is known for Salem, the general thought that both Nicole and Eric will live out their joyfully ever later, as the fans need, is simply not going to occur. 2 months of an Eric sentiment, with Jude and Holly close behind, isn't sufficient. Except if the show chooses to rework the Nicole Demara job, which is possible. Certainly, Ariane Zucker is the main entertainer who plays had the unbelievable impact throughout the long term. Nonetheless, this doesn't mean the part can't be played by any other person. In any case, due to the situation of Eric, on-screen science, sparkles, and history, could it be the right move to do this? Could a new "that's what Nicole satisfy joyfully ever later" situation that #TeamEricole watchers are searching for?